good. Now next up we have Loca from Laos, India. And just to, oh, okay. Mr. Yo, okay, good luck for you.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Suryo or Yo. I'm from Laos. I'm presenting Loca today. What is Loca? Loca will help inbound tourists to get around like a local with our largest city transportation network. So, if you have been in Vientiane or Laos and another major city in Laos, this is the problem that you are going to be facing. Transparency of the pricing of the transportation, unpredictable. Tourists get ripped off most of the time. Reliability, they don't get the price that they want or they don't want to go, you are out of luck. No transportation for you. And safety, there is no company or authority or any organization doing any safety measure of the taxi or the city transportation. Because that many of driver register with the authority and the driver that actually drive the car or transportation is different people. There is no way to know that. So there is a safety risk in there. And then the next problem is the accessibility. It's really hard to access city transportation. You can only access it from airport or the taxi stand. If you living around the city, you are out of luck because you have to have a lot of phone number under your phone. But if you're a tourist, you know nobody. So you are out of luck to access the city transportation. And then last but not least, in Laos, we don't have a lot of content about the city you are in. Like if you are going to Vientiane for 10 times for business or travel, in the second time you will run out of option. You don't know where you're gonna go next. So your chance of you to facing those problems is 1 out of 3. This is really hard. So Loca, we have the solution. We standardize the pricing equipped with the tracking system. So our system tracking them in real time and recording all detailed history, speed limit, and the way people drive with the GPS and the sensor on the phone. And we keep all the record on our database to review back. And then next, all of our drivers have to pass the training and the background check. We are the only one that check the background of the driver before we let them or allow them to drive for us. And then the insurance is always checked because we have the system to track that insurance. And then with the mobile app, you can access Loca driver everywhere in the city. You don't have to walk to the taxi stand or call anybody that don't speak English. You use your phone and you get the driver. And then last but not least, Loca, what makes us different, we provide the tailor-made local content that will give you experience to travel like a local. If you go to Luang Prabang or Vientiane, you will know the city very well just like the local people. So this is some of the example. You can book the car, you can learn about the city, or you can book the car to go to this place that you want. So the market, the taxi and the minivan combined in Vientiane alone is almost $10 million per year. And then $2 billion of the GDP or 15% of the GDP come from tourism sector. And then we expected to welcome 2 million more Chinese tourists when the train is finished. And last year, there are 3.8 million people visiting Laos. Our business model is simple. We take 20 to 25% commission on every ride. What makes Loca different? We have the standard pricing. We require all the training for our driver. We require the background check. We are the largest network, online payment, and local content. So our traction, we have so far 16,000 people registered, 300 drivers, add more 400 later this month. And 32% of the transaction is cash. And then 4.87 of the customers are happy about the service. This is the rating that they give to the driver. And our growth rate over the year is almost 600% since we started. And this is our team, and this is our co-founders, myself, Suryo, I'm the CTO, And Mekong Pace is extreme creativity and branding, and Jetana is marketing. All of the co-founders are men, but our business empowered by these two great women. So Nana is our business development advisory, and Song is our financial advisor. And this is our partner, Digital, is the largest digital marketing firm in Laos. Lansan, one of the top insurance company in Laos. Mananhan Japan Banks, they are helping us with the driver settlement payment. And Minivan Association, Muan is the online new portal, one of the largest in Laos as well. And we have 5 independent. So, invest in local so more people can get around like a local. Thank you.
Questions from the judges, please. We have about 3 minutes each meeting.
Sorry, just a quick question. Do you have any issues with the government? Are you registered?
We register as a technology company, and we still have issue with the unclear regulation about the way we use the vehicle.
Now, 2 out of 3 dollars in the entire Southeast Asia from investment purposes went into all your competitors. So of course this market is heavily driven by investor money, etc. I don't know what's the current solutions in Laos, but there is obvious massive competitors, some of the biggest in the entire region. What do you feel that your competitive strength is? How do you feel that you're more local than they can be?
So for us, we build a very great driver community. We have a very strong community with the driver. We meet up with them, we make a very good relationship. So that makes one of the key strengths of us. And the partner with the insurance, because no insurance would accept the ride sharing services. If there is an accident, they will not call. And then we work with the bank to settle the payment between us and the driver. So then we don't have to deal with the regulation from the central bank. And because of that, we want to grow faster, so then we can acquire the entire country.
How do customers find you?
70% find us before they come to Laos. Google, blogging, and social media. And
They download your app.
yes, they download our app before they enter to Laos. That's 70%.
So what's the churn rate? Churn rate. How many people use it once and then they do it again?
We see on average they use about 12 trip per one customer for tourists. But it's one side of.
So if I understand correctly, it's like Grab, but for tourism purpose. Is it what you define?
That's
Yeah, but so that's why I'm just worried that like the demand will look like, because the market is, like in Laos, and it's smaller compared to other countries. And how would you scale out of Laos, for example?
right now, we are not planning to scale up Laos, but we are adding more services into our app. Because if you say we're gonna have the Explore, you're gonna be able to book the restaurant, a spa in one bar, and then not only you can book a spa, you can book a car to go to the spa. That we also take 20% from the spa as well.
How do you control the drivers? So much of the experience is due to the actual driver. How do you know the guy who's passed all your checks is actually driving the vehicle?
We check because we have the people that go out on the street and use Loca for free to do the we call a safety measure check. We also send people go out at night to check if our driver have been drinking and driving. We also check that because drink and driving is really a big problem in Laos. And because Loca is different, we want to make sure that the safety is our biggest concern.
Okay. The question on the ask, you're welcoming investors, you say. Okay? That's not very clear. How much do you want?
We can talk about that.
Asking the question again. what do you want? What is the money or what is the valuation? And if I'm an investor, okay?
Okay.
If you're doing a pitching, that's your ideal ruling to say, and we're here to say, I would like to get a round or a raising of 200,000 for X.
Okay. We actually want 500,000 to acquire the entire country. We want to go to LocaLaos and the Passe. This is the most major city in Laos that we need to acquire by the first quarter of next year.
Thank you.
What happens to you if Grab opens in Laos next week?
I don't think Grab would go in that fast in Laos because we started a year and a half ago and we know that it's not easy, especially the environment. How do you get the driver? How do you train the driver? And then the regulatory as well. I don't think it's easy.
But most visitors to Laos are probably going to already have Grab on their phone, or if they're not already going to have Loca on their phone. So how do you persuade them to switch Grab off and use Loca instead?
For us, people find us online, so we promote it outside of Laos, and we see that 70% they download our app before they enter to Laos. And that is, in Laos, the big picture is Loca in the more bigger picture than Grab, even they go next week. But again, because they have so much funding, that would be a really challenging for us. But there are different games that we play because we know the best about the local, because one of our partner company is one of the top digital marketing firms. They know the consumer very well.
Thank you very much, judges, for your comments. Just one last question, please.
Sorry, knowing that in a business like this one, you're always acquiring new customers, right? Because it's tourism. That means that your marketing expenses are going to be really high. So what is going to be the percentage of cost that marketing will be in your overall profitability?
Right now, on average, we spend about $2 for one acquisition, one customer. And the margin of that, we spend about 22% of our revenues on the marketing.
That seems low.
Yes. Because we are seed funded, so we try to manage our fund and try.
Thank you very much, judges, and good luck to you, good luck to Loca. I think now we can leave the microphones on the